Monticello Middle School, and happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. We're going to go ahead and dive into today's morning announcements, and we're going to begin with a special announcement about Severe Weather Awareness Week, including tornado drills. So let's go ahead and take a look. It is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and today is a statewide tornado awareness. And what that means is that at 9:50 a.m., you might hear a tornado siren, and that's nothing to be alarmed by. We are not conducting a formal tornado drill today. However, it is important for you to know the protocols during a tornado drill. Tornado drill is all about safety, as all of our drills are, and you need to make sure that you are first off silent when you hear the tornado siren. When we have a tornado drill, which is going to take place after spring break and right before OSTs on April 8th, you want to make sure that you are silently going into the halls and that you are kneeling down alongside facing the lockers. You are then going to make sure that you are on both bended knees, and you are going to tuck your head as close to your thighs as possible, covering your neck with your two hands. It's important for you to follow directions the very first time, and so please, during today, if your teachers are comfortable with letting you all do some practice, Mr. Walker's totally fine with that. But again, we're going to be having our first formal tornado drill after spring break, Tuesday, April 8th. Let's go ahead and mark our calendars for that. But again, just a heads up that you all might hear that siren today, and it's nothing to be alarmed by. It is just a statewide initiative today. So let's get down to it. The essay we graded last week was a solid 9. Nothing wrong with a 9. That's what we want to aim for. So let's take a look at the essay that we've been grading together this week. This week, you notice that Mr. Walker has highlighted the elements that are necessary to have a complete essay in red, yellow, and green. Please do this before you submit your essay. That is your way of checking yourself. That is your way of ensuring that you have all the important elements of the essay in it before you turn it in. Please remember, there's no going back after you hit submit. So please make sure you have red, yellow, green. Green means that you have a thesis statement. This student right here in this sample essay had a thesis statement. Is it the strongest thesis statement in the world? I don't think so. Mr. Walker actually gave the purpose, organization, and clarity of this essay a 2 out of 4. And it's just because the student was focused. The student did have their claim stating that video games can be good for one's own physical health, depending on what type of video game it is. However, I did not see consistency throughout this little essay. So I gave it a 2 out of 4 on that regard. When it came to evidence, notice that the student has a lot of red. There's a lot of evidence that this student pulls, and so I'm going to give this student another 2 out of 4 because the essay does contain evidence, but it's evidence that not necessarily backs up the claim. And then I'm going to go ahead and give this student a 2 out of 4 also because their synthesis of the essay isn't very strong. Notice I have very little yellow highlighted. Again, that subcomponent of evidence and elaboration, you need to have evidence and you need to elaborate on it. This student did not do a very good job of elaborating on it. You do not want your essay just to be complete with quotes. 3/4 of this essay is just that, quotes. You want to be able to put things in your own words. So that's why that student gets a 2 out of 4 on this subsection. Now, when it comes to spelling and grammar and capitalization, this student is a solid 2 out of 2. And so 2, 4, 6, this student received a 6 out of 10 on this essay. Again, not what we want to aim for, but it's not the worst score in the world. But please know that you all are capable of those 9s and 10s. Ooh, it is Wacky Wednesday in the cafeteria, and that means we are going to have those walking tacos. Let's make sure we don't walk away with more than one. We need to make sure everyone gets a taco today, so please make sure that you grab just one. Remember, we're in the cafeteria, so it's raws all day, every day, as well as over in the auditorium for Tiger Time. Please go ahead and use the QR code on your screen to purchase a yearbook today. They are $23 a piece, and what better way to remember all the memories made this year than to purchase them in a hardcover yearbook. So let's go ahead and make our purchase. Please make sure you preserve the memories. We've got 2 fire drills in the month of March, and our second fire drill of the month is going to take place on Wednesday, March 26th. Please make sure that you are prepared. I hear it's an afternoon one. Huge shout out to all of our participants who sent Mr. Walker responses to yesterday's Women's History Month trivia. The correct answer is Sandra Day O'Connor, and the first student to get that correct and also send Mr. Walker an appropriate, just really well-written email was Angelique, 7th grade. Angelique, congratulations. Please see Mr. Walker today when you have a moment for your prize. All right, let's play our next round. This one's going to be a true or false. You must tell Mr. Walker it is true or false, and please give an explanation as to why it is true or why it is false in your emails to Mr. Walker. Let's go ahead and give you the question. All right, the question is true or false. Frida Kahlo was an Argentinian farmer who led several movements to improve the rights of farm workers nationwide. We're going to go ahead and make it a great Wednesday. The choice is always yours. We'll see you around. Take care. Be safe. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
You gotta check it once, you gotta check it twice. Check it 3 times, make sure you get it all signed. 20 spots on the affirmation card. You can make it easy, doesn't have to be hard. If you show your rules and your IB traits and get signatures in each and every place. Be excited to be invited. Be at school every day and don't be late. March 27th is the ultimate game day. Show your basketball skills, play some volleyball. Giant Connect 4 and Jenga, don't let it fall. There's gonna be hysteria for Nintendo in a cafeteria, so get that affirmation card.